Hey guys, Corey here. Welcome to the channel. We're talking about Sofi. We got a lot to talk about, so strap in and get ready. Number one, we're going to talk about bad sentiment. Number two, we're going to talk about short interest. Number three, we might have some manipulation going on. Number four, a lot of insider selling and insider buying. And number five, why Sofi is a short-term loser, but a mid to long-term winner. Hey guys, Corey here, and welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time, be sure to subscribe and tap the bell so you know when I post new videos. And if you could give me a thumbs up, it's greatly appreciated. Before we get into today's video, I just want to let you guys know that if you're having trouble in the market, becoming profitable, or just understanding options in general, I am launching my exclusive boot camp with only room for 10 people. So if you guys are interested in one-on-one coaching with me, becoming a part of the Discord with my full training course, and you're serious about taking your wealth to the next level, you can do so at investwithcorey.com/learn right there on the screen or in the information box below. I look forward to speaking with you, and I hope to be able to help you on your financial journey. So let's dive right into the video at hand. But first, I want to point out that I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. I'm just here to guide you on technicals, fundamentals, financials, tips, and strategies in the market. However, it's ultimately up to you to decide which stocks you want to put your money into and how much of a position size that you have in that stock or option or strategy, as it's your money. Starting out with number one, bad sentiment. The fourth largest institutional investor in Sofi dumped all $134 million worth of their shares. Also got a pretty decent sized short interest at around 18%. However, I feel that's a little bit manipulated too. I feel like it's more or less 23%. And the issue with the sentiment in the company is that Sofi has said that 2024 is going to be a transitional year. Sofi is continually trying to convince the public that they're transitioning away from lending. However, they drive substantial revenue from lending even today, which is problematic with the interest rates as high as they are and the federal government forgiving and canceling federal student loan debt. In quarter one 2024, the lending segment revenue or net revenue year-over-year growth declined by 2%. Sofi issued $862 million in convertible notes due in 2029. This must be paid back along with interest. And Noto tried to spin this as positive news. He stated that Sofi exchanged $600 million worth of convertible notes for shares of common stock at a notable discount. This raises concerns about short value dilution and why the short interest is so high. So that's what we're going to talk about next. Number two, short interest. Like I said, 17 to 18% is what they say. However, it looks like it's more in line with 23 to 24%. There's also erosion in the trust in Sofi because of this, and that's why short interest is increasing. 7.8 million shares available as of this video that are available for shorting. Number three, manipulation. It seems like there's some manipulation going on. Sofi stock price starts to go down, and it seems like every time it's down, Anthony Noto's buying up a ton of shares, and it seems to conveniently work right when he buys shares. Every time the price drops, he's right there buying, and he's right on time. I'm not saying this is the case, but it just seems a little weird with the short interest and everything going on and some insider selling happening, but yet Noto is buying. Every stock at some point or another is manipulated. In fact, all of them to some degree are manipulated, as we are the pawns in this game, and hedge funds and big institutions are the kings. They're the ones manipulating everything, and we tend to fall for it. Most of us are not profitable because of that. So it's hard to say exactly what's going on with Sofi, but there's some definite manipulation going on here. And with QIA dumping all of their shares, the stock price going down, short interest going up slightly, and of course Noto buying more shares, it really begs the question is there manipulation going on? And most likely there is. What does that mean for Sofi short term and long term? Number four, insider selling and buying. Now, I can tell you there's definitely been some different insider sales over the last few months. However, Noto has never sold a single share. He spent almost $1 million on shares in 2024, like just under $800,000. Sofi hit a 52-week low this past Monday. On May 24th, Anthony Noto bought over 28,000 shares, 28,860 to be exact. On June 14th, he bought another 30,714 shares. Conveniently at a price of $6.48. Anthony Noto now owns 8,121,000 shares. 8,121,844 shares to be exact. There's only one reason why someone buys shares, and it certainly isn't to lose money. We all know this. We don't buy shares in a company that we don't believe in intentionally with the ultimate goal of losing money. No such thing really exists. But speaking in a forward-looking position, someone buys shares ultimately. Why? Profit. So when an insider, especially a CEO, hasn't sold a single share and continues to add to their position over and over, buying the dip, dollar cost averaging, and continuing to buy and add over and over, this shows a very big sign that Anthony believes the stock is going to go up at some point so that he can sell shares for a profit. And considering he's a pretty mundane CEO and pretty stoic, but pretty effective at the same time and really smart, it is highly likely that he knows something we don't know, which is that SoFi is going to do very, very well long term. And as smart as he is, he knows that long term could be 2, 3, or even 4 years. However, the average individual investor that's watching this video right now, most of us want to make money daily or weekly or bi-weekly or monthly. Really hard to convince someone to lose money slowly but surely over the coming months or years before they start to turn profits. A lot of people do not want to waste that kind of time. But SoFi is not a get-rich-quick at all. It is not a pump and dump, and it is definitely not a short play. In fact, SoFi is somewhat of a bad play short term. Anything less than 6 months, SoFi is really not a good play at all. However, I want to be honest with you guys, long term, 1 year or more, SoFi looks really good, and really long term, 2 to 3 years, SoFi looks incredibly good. So as long as you're willing to add to your position, dollar cost average, buy the dip, and continue to be patient, SoFi is an amazing stock to buy. However, as you guys can see the graph on the screen, they're making money still steadily from their lending business. However, it's declining, and their financial services sector is growing rapidly. Scaling a financial services sector is a lot easier than a lending sector. Lending is much harder to scale than financial services, and they have a banking charter, and they have Galileo and Technisys. This is very important fundamentals to think about long term in the finance world. However, ultimately, the short interest and the bad sentiment and the lack of trust is really holding SoFi back. Let's dive into the chart and the options chain, and let me show you guys how you could get into SoFi, buy the dip, sell covered calls, and show you some strategies. If you guys like the strategies that I employ in this video and other videos, and you'd like to become profitable and learn more about options, and you'd like me as your one-on-one coach, I am opening up a very special boot camp for only 10 people. That's it. 10 people only, and the doors closed. If you guys want to be a part of that boot camp where you'll deal with me one-on-one and I will coach you one-on-one to help you grow your portfolio, this is a chance of a lifetime to do so. Check out my website, investwithcorey.com/learn, or in the information box below. Let's jump right into the options chain. SoFi has had a pretty big move downwards. This is not looking very good, although we are kind of at a floor at 640, and it has held pretty steady, as you guys can see, but the short interest is holding it down. Bad sentiment, short term and midterm, seems to be holding it down as well. We did have a little bit of a pop right there, but Qatar Investment Authority right here, QIA, Qatar Investment Authority, the 4th largest institutional holder or investor in SoFi that sold all their shares, and this is aftermath of that sell-off. I think this is a floor right here. I think we're really going to see a lot of bouncing, consolidation, up and down, and some form of upward momentum. I do want to point out, though, I did draw this wedge a few weeks ago and told you something drastic would happen, and this wedge ended up falling like a knife. This is a knife right here, basically. So it dropped, and unfortunately, it wasn't a breakout. That's because of QIA, or at least mainly because of them, and the bad sentiment overall. So looking at SoFi, what I would do is I would sell puts going out to the 28th or July 5th, and I would sell them for $6.50, $22 juicy premium. If we look at the delta, you always want to look at delta. 55 is a little on the high side, but I expect SoFi to be a little higher than that. If you want to play it safer, you can sell a $6 put. You're only going to collect about $5 going out a week. Delta of 18. I would highly recommend selling the July 5th put for $6, as you'll collect closer to $7 or $8, and you can just sell these puts to collect juicy premium, as it's safe. Every $600 brings you in $7. You can just go ahead and maybe even sell 10 of these, which is only going to be about $6,000, but you can generate $70 a week in free juicy premium. Once you have the stock, or if you already do, you can just start selling covered calls. I would really try to keep these covered calls to $7. You can go out to July 5th. Every 2 weeks, you're going to collect $8 to $10. If you have 500 shares, you could sell 5 covered calls at $7 and generate $40 every 2 weeks. So you're generating that juicy premium consistently. With covered calls, you want to stay below 30. This is 23. It's perfect. 650 is a little on the aggressive side. You're probably going to get assigned in a week or two because I see SoFi going above 650 in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So you want to keep it at $7 so you don't lose your shares. This is how you can generate some juicy premium in the meantime. You see, SoFi has a lot of issues to take care of, and Anthony Noto is a very good CEO and smart, but it seems like there might be some short-term manipulations going on. Short interest seems like it's spiking a little bit here and there, which is not a good thing either. We also have some insider selling, and the fourth largest institutional holder in SoFi sold all shares and liquidated their position. And at that time, Anthony Noto starts buying up more shares, which kind of indicates to me that he knows something we don't know and that the price is likely to go up in the near future. So is SoFi doomed? Is SoFi dead? No. Long-term, SoFi looks very promising and very strong. Otherwise, Anthony Noto would not be investing all of this money into his own company by buying shares. So if you guys believe in SoFi and you are already holding shares, it makes no sense to get out now. If you haven't bought any shares on SoFi, now is the time to buy as it's really at a floor. I do believe SoFi is going to go up in the near future. I really do. $6 to $7 seems to be the floor. So ultimately, it comes down to this. SoFi is a good investment, and right now is the time to buy as long as you're willing to be patient and put the time in, sell covered calls, and wait for the stock to start growing and for the profits to start coming into the business. So if you're patient and you hold and you wait, you should be rewarded, as SoFi is very promising long term. Thanks so much for being here, guys. I really appreciate you. Be sure to subscribe, tap the bell, and give me a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys are having bad trades, not making enough profit, you just want to improve your game in the stock market, learn options better, and have me as your one-on-one coach, I'm launching my official boot camp. Only 10 people will be allowed in. First come, first serve. investwithcorey.com/learn right there on the screen and in the information box below. I take a lot of pride and I love what I do in teaching others to become profitable. So I hope to see you guys over there. And I picked out another video just for you guys. You're going to love it. And that video is right here. How to get paid to buy your favorite stocks. Click it. Hey, and remember, let's grow our wealth together. Take care, guys.